everybody, it's Joan from Joan Kennedy Artist here. I'm just on this 30-day blogging challenge and I am on day 27, I think. I don't know, I've got 3 blogs that I'm trying to catch up on. So I'm behind by 3 blogs. So anyway, the challenge is run by Sarah Arrow. And at first, when I did the first few days, I thought I'd die because there's just so much involved. But I'm just one of these people that, well, once I start, I've tried to get to the end really, because as time went on, I started finding that it was actually beneficial. Plus, I'd said it to everybody, and I just felt I had to carry on. Anyway, and the encouragement from everybody has been great. Anyway, Sarah put on a video last night because I wanted to know a little bit more about how I could actually get word out about what I do, and so she was asking me a few questions on video, so I thought I would reply back via video as well. Now, one of the questions was, where should they actually hang their art? You know, she says, if you have a bright room, is it okay to hang a an oil painting or watercolor? What should you be putting in there? Well, what I would say is, I would say the same thing to Sarah and to anybody that I said to Peggy. Now, Peggy is a neighbour of mine who I've known for quite a long time, and I did put a blog on there. If you look back on my previous blogs, what happened was Peggy's son and my daughter were both in the same school many years ago, and she saw me in the car park, and I can't remember why, but I had these paintings. I had the painting in the boot of my car. It was a black and white oil painting, and I was chatting to her in the playground waiting for kids, and I opened up the boot and she went, "Oh gosh, did you do that?" And I said yes. And to cut a long story short, Peggy bought the painting, and she commissioned me to go ahead and do another painting for her, which I gladly did. Anyway, what happened was I then decided that I was going to last year going to be a proper artist. I'm going to take this serious. I mean, it's taken me all this time really to build up the courage, etc. To just in a year to actually get going and research and everything. Even though I've been painting for the last 40 years or more. So anyway, I contacted Peggy and I said to her, "Peggy, can I just take a picture of the paintings that I did for you, because just so I have something put on my website." It's you can see it's a big black and white one, and then there's one that kind of has a moon with wreaths going behind it. So she said to me, "Yeah, of course, no problem." She says, "I'll drop the round to you." She says, I've got that long one that you did. I've got that in the bathroom." And I went, "Sorry, you what?" So she says, "Yeah, I'll bring it around to you. I've got it in the bathroom." So there was a kind of sharp intake of breath after that from me. The reason being is the bathroom is probably the last place to put a painting, an original painting or print, simply because of the dampness. Because if you think museums and stuff, they always have like, well, let's face it, there's no damp in museums, is there? And I know the only thing you're going to say is, yeah, but these big old houses that are National Trust and stuff, no doubt they probably had dampness when they had their great big paintings hanging up on the walls. But anyway, all I know is, from what I can understand, is you don't put paintings in places that are going to be damp. You're going to keep them dry. The other thing is, what I would say is, you don't put them in places like conservatories, because again, you got the damp on one side and then you've got the heat on the other. So I'd be very wary about that, because the heat and everything, no matter how good the paint is. Now I use the best paint I can afford, and I use proper artists quality paints, because the pigment is better. They do cost a lot more, but they're made of better stuff that's going to last. And where I go to get my prints done, to have them framed up, the prints, when I was chatting to the framer there, he says that the ink there that they use lasts 250 years, something like that, special ink. So there's crikey. His lordship has just phoned to say he's on his way home. So now I'm going to have to put this video close to snap it together again. Oh crikey. Anyway, so what was I saying? Heck, this is going to be looking so unprofessional, but hey, oh gosh, I'm better at painting than I am a video. So yes, use the best. I use the best paint, and then same. Just be aware that if you're going to get stuff that is a print, find out, you know, what. Try and find out a bit more about maybe where, you know, what printing ink is used and things like that. And of course, the other thing is above the fireplace. No, no, no. Not if you have a proper fire. You don't want to have this great big mural of yourself, you know. I mean, they might have done it in the olden days, okay? So, you know, massive big picture. But no, no, no. Okay, because if you think about it, you got all the smoke and the soot and the whatever that goes up. Okay, so where can you hang it? Well, hang it in the bedroom, something nice and romantic. The bedroom's supposed to be really good, actually. You shouldn't. Now, I'm going to say something that I don't do. I do have a mirror at the end of my bed, but apparently you shouldn't from this. What is it? Oh, I can't think of the word. Not yin yang, whatever the thing is. You should have a painting anyway. That's what's supposed to be. That's supposed to be a good thing in your bedroom, painting. But I can't think, what the heck is that word? You know the word I mean. I keep calling it yin yang. Anyway, so that could be a place. Hang it in the hall, and hang it in the living room, but just not in front, not on top of the fireplace. Okay, so that's me signing off. Joan Wallington from Joan Kennedy Artist. I hope that helps. Thank you. Goodbye.